Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Today we're going to make a shaker card that's not a shaker card with a stamp set called Lawn Fawn's Your Clossom. I hope you'll stay tuned. So what I wanted to do next is I wanted to stamp the outline of my game, but not the bears or the claw, because I want to make this acetate look like it's raised, which it will be. So what I did was, I'm going to move this over so you can see it. I put a piece of paper over the center of where the bears are, so that the bears are out of our way. I'm going to ink all the game components. Make sure both lines on the side are inked, and the line that's right below the animals, you want them to be inked. I'm sorry my hand's in the way, but I want to make sure those get inked. And then I'm going to ink the top section really well. I don't care about anything but the inside. I don't want those animals to be inked. And then I'm going to push this down. What I did was I left this stamp in the MISTI in exactly the same spot it was when I stamped the first stamping. And now I'm just making sure I really ink this well, or stamp it well, because I need to make sure that all of these controls and the legs, all these pieces ink. You probably can't see it at this point, but let me pull it out. There you go. Now I have a couple spots here. I have a Q-tip. I have a couple spots where the very bottom of a couple of the bears inked. Even though I didn't want them to, they still did. I'm going to set it aside and let it dry. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, so then the next thing I did is I stamped a few of these bears and one unicorn. I stamped this bear with a cap from another stamp set that I got with a card kit, and I don't know the name of that stamp set, but I'll show it to you. I wish I could remember what set it came with, but it has Hooray Grad on it, and the balloon that I used on the card, and Just for You, and that, of course, that can't think of the graduation cap, has all that on it. It's a nice little stamp set. Anyway, so what I did initially is I stamped my whole, this is going to be the front of my card. What I thought I would do is I thought I would raise this guy up above the, put him on fun foam, and I don't know how I can get him. I might have to stamp that claw again. I want it to look like the claw has got him, but I think I screwed that up because I should have done the mask with that thing. Anyway, at this point, what I'm thinking I'm going to do is make it look like he's grabbed the little claw. So we have to cut that out. But first, I'm going to color my my machine, my stars, my bear. So, as always, I accidentally didn't turn on the camera, so I have a few steps that we missed. I glued our piece of acetate to the back of a 5x7 piece of paper that I cut the center out of. It's 10 inches across by 7 inches tall, and then I put this piece of white rectangular paper inside that says "You're one of a kind," and then this is the front. Now the tricky part is going to be when I lay this down, because I need to make sure that I can put this piece directly under the acetate piece. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be really tricky. So what I thought I would do is just put a little bit of temporary glue dot. If you know anything about glue dots, the green container has removable glue dots. So what we're going to do is we're going to put one at the very bottom, and then I'm going to lay this on it so we're sure it's in the right spot. Better put another one on the other side. Okay. And I'll just take them both off, but this way what I can do is I can take my piece of paper that I colored and put it right underneath exactly where I'm going to take off this and the temporary glue dots since I don't need them anymore. I put glue on the back of this. Obviously it's really crooked, but it's a homemade card and my great niece will just get a kick out of the idea of it. Then, before we go any further, I don't want to forget to put the, we'll call it the raised features in here, and that would be our little claw. I did the claw, and unfortunately you didn't get to see this, and when I did it I made a mask of the little cap, the graduation cap, and then I put it in there and stamped it. So then I need to put a little bit of foam tape underneath that claw. So what I'm going to do is I've got these teeny tiny ones, and I'm just going to, sorry about my nail polish, oh, and the dogs. I was working around the house today and I made a load of laundry detergent. Have to do that once a year, which isn't bad, you know, when you think about it, but when you do that, I don't know why, it always seems to make me have trouble. Like it tears all my nail polish off. Not sure what in there does that, but okay. There's that. Then we have this little fella, and all I need to do with him is put a glue dot on the glue dots near the bottom of him, and then I'm just going to put a little bit of wet glue. I just put the glue dots on there, and then I'm going to put some wet glue right there, and that should hold him exactly where I want him. And that, oh, come on, buddy. I think I'm also going to put these are nail art. I think I'm going to put them on there somewhere. I haven't decided where. I'm also going to use glossy accents. Let's see. Okay. Now, I think I'm going to put my foam tape on this. I have foam tape that came in strips, and I don't remember where I got it. Might have gotten it from AliExpress, but it came in these thin strips. And I like the idea because a lot of times I make cards that are that don't have much of a border, and this is one of those instances. So what I did was I wrapped my ribbon around 3 times, and then it's going to go to the front. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put another strip of foam tape over the foam tape I already did, because I want to make sure that we can get it high enough so that the things that we have in the inside aren't touching. Does that make sense? I hope it does. I should have taken off the backing so it would be easier to navigate later. And I'm going to get one of my little gem pickers. And I'm going to put these kind of all over the place. I did a video on these, on which ones of these I like, these gem pickers, which one I like the best, and I'll link that to the video too so that you can decide for yourself which one of the gem pickers you like. I really like this one. I thought it worked really well, and I like that it has a small end and a larger end. Okay. Okay, then we're going to tie a little bow slash knot with our ribbon down here. Come on, buddy. Okay. Then I think what I'm going to do, I'll put that in there. What I think I'm going to do next is put our Hooray Crad over there. I'm going to put this and snip these off. I think I'm going to put it up there instead, because that corner's bugging me. It needs a little something. I'm not happy that my that glue underneath is attached to the diamond glaze, but I don't think there's anything I can do to fix that at this point. That's the problem, was that I didn't have enough room between, or I didn't have enough place to put another layer to brace it up. So unfortunately it looks a little weird. I guess I'm going to have to get over that. And there's the inside. So I hope you enjoyed this, that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and please tell your friends about me on social media, because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.